What is up, everyone? Neumatix here with another Minecraft mod showcase. Today, we're going to do things a little different. Thanks to one of my subscribers, the Beck Bros and Ava, he suggested I went ahead and go over all the mods I personally use on a daily basis in my survival or creative worlds. So we're going to do just that. And if there are any that you feel you like more than others and you don't think I went over them enough in detail, because honestly, it is going to be a little lengthy if I go over all of these in great detail because I do have a lot of mods. Go ahead and leave down in the comments which mod you really like or the mods you really would like and want me to go more in detail with, and I will do just that. So without further ado, let's do this. Alright, first up we have the mod Journey Maps by Tech Brew. Up in the right hand corner you can see a little mini map that allows you to see everything that's going on in your Minecraft world. So if you build a base somewhere and you totally forgot where you put it, or if you went off a completely different direction, you can't find it anymore, you can get this mod, download it, and see wherever you might have put your base. So if I went ahead and hit J, this is configurable in your options files, and you can go ahead and look around the map and anywhere you have been, and you can actually mark certain locations as waypoints to travel to. So if I went ahead and double click right there, I can actually set a waypoint to a place I had been before, or if I wanted to maybe just randomly click off in this location over here, I can make a waypoint there and set off in that direction as well. In this menu here, you can go ahead and set a bunch of different configurable options, like set the day, you can set the night, the topography, so how high certain places are and how low other places are. You can go ahead and put caves. I think that might be if you're down in the cave system already. And then we have, you can go ahead and show the mobs, you can show animals, pets, villagers, and you can show a grid, or you can take it off. So I was actually disabling all of those, so we'll re-enable those. And you can also change the theme. You can go in options and actions and change everything you want to your heart's content. You can make the mini map smaller or bigger, put it in a different location. Tons of different options. Really cool mod. I do not play any Minecraft world without it. This next mod I have that I use in almost all my playthroughs is called Biomes of Funny by Glitchfiend. It is a very popular mod that adds in hundreds of biomes into your world, so wherever you go it is always different. This is actually one of my favorite biomes that I came across, and you have these different hills, you have huge mountains, you have just first tree forest, and it also keeps the regular Minecraft biomes in as well. So you always have a different area to go to. It also adds in a couple little things like oil, I believe, and a couple other things like that. Let me go ahead and check. And alright, right inside our JEI, which I will go ahead and tell you about later, is all of the different items that comes in Biomes of Funny. So you have all these different woods now, you have all these different blocks of wood and stairs and fences and doors, and you even have some new ores that you can go ahead and collect in different areas as well. And as I was saying earlier, JEI is a mod made by Mez. It gives you a list of all the items in Minecraft and even in all the mods. There are some mods out there that may not be compatible with JEI, but most of the big ones are, and even a lot of the smaller ones. And it allows you to go through the list of items in your world, and it even gives you the option to go ahead and see how they are created. So if you went up to maybe this sword right here, the black quartz sword, if I went ahead and hit R, this is all changed in the config file as well in the options and your controls. So if I hit R, it's going to show me what I need in order to create this sword. And if I went ahead and hit U on any of these items, it would show you what this item is actually used in. So what the items are used in certain recipes. So this shovel, for example, is used in the recipe to create this certain item. In all honesty, I'd probably be completely lost if I didn't use JEI. I have not memorized any kind of recipes in a very long time. The best I could probably do is make some wood planks, swords, and stairs or something like that. Another super useful mod that I use a lot, I could not imagine not having it, especially when I'm playing Minecraft on Xbox. I cannot stand not having this mod. It is called Inventory Tweaks by Kobata. It just allows you to go ahead and go into your inventory, and you have all this, maybe you had this mess going on here and here, and just randomly spaced items all over the place. I can easily hit whatever key I configured it to, which I have T, is what makes mine reorganize, and it just does just that. It just reorganizes everything in your inventory so you don't have to worry about it being a mess at all anymore. This next mod works really well with others. It is called Wayla by Mobius. I believe that is Professor Mobius. It allows you to go ahead and go up to any item and see exactly what it is and what mod it comes from. So this one comes from Biomes of Funny, and then I go over this one. This one comes from Actually Editions. It's very useful for going up and finding any kind of block in Minecraft and knowing exactly what you are dealing with. If you've ever been clearing out areas in Minecraft because you needed some space to build something, you've probably come across where you cut down a tree and you had to wait forever for the leaves to go ahead and decay away. Well, now you don't have to do that with the mod called Fast Leaf Decay by Olafsky. I believe that's how that said. You go ahead and go up to any tree, and as long as you break all of the wood down, everything goes away real quick, so you don't have to worry about waiting for all of that to decay anymore. Nature's Compass is another mod that I love. I actually showcased this in a episode a little while back, and I've kept it ever since. It was created by the mod author Chaos YR, and it just allows you to go ahead and find any kind of biome you're looking for. So let's go ahead and say I'm looking for the bog. I'm going to search for it, and it's going to tell me that it was found, and if as long as I point in the right direction, right ahead, it's going to show me a distance, and it's going to go down as I get closer to it. So I'm at 200. This is actually pretty close to me, so it won't take long at all. And here we go. I went ahead and found that biome right away. So it's really nice. Maybe you got into a world and you wanted to go ahead and start your Minecraft off in a certain biome. You could go ahead and do that as long as you have this mod. And it is very simple to create this compass. You just need some wood, some saplings, and a regular compass. This next mod I feel almost everyone has as long as they are modding their Minecraft world. It is called Chicken Chunks or Code Chicken Lib. They're two separate mods and they're created by the same authors, Covers 1624 and Chicken Bones. It just allows you to go ahead and load chunks in your world when you're not close to them. So you have the chunk loader and the spot loader. So you can go ahead and create these, place them anywhere you want, and as long as they're in that certain area, you can go off anywhere else you want, and it will continue to update that chunk. So if you had crops or you had a village going on, and you wanted something to go and happen as you were off in another area, you can go ahead and do that now as long as you have this mod. If you've ever watched certain Minecraft videos and have always wondered how those people got their Minecraft world to look so great, it's probably because they've downloaded the mod Optifine. This mod allows you to go ahead and add shaders to your world. You have those little cool effects going on. It makes everything look a lot better in HD. It has a lot of cool features to it, and it even improves your frames per second, so you'd have a lot faster loading times. These next two mods I have for you are called Apple Core and Apple Skin. They're created by the same mod author, which is Squeak502. This pretty much allows you, one is an API which allows other mods to modify your saturation and your hunger, and the other one shows you that little golden bar or golden outline around those food things. I don't even know what really those are. I guess meat sticks or something. So it allows you to see the saturation level of your food. So I went ahead and go to maybe pork chops, and I totally misspelled that. All right here, it's actually going to show me the saturation, how much it gives me for food. So it shows 4 of those meat sticks, and then it shows a bunch more of the golden outlines of saturation. So saturation's how long before the food starts to wear off. This next mod is another favorite of mine. It is called Improved Villages by Orange 1861. It pretty much adds a bunch of villages into your Minecraft world, and it even expands them, and you have a bunch of different buildings, actually a lot more buildings than you would in a regular vanilla Minecraft village. Another mod that I like to go ahead and download and use every now and then. I don't use it all the time, but I do like to use it every now and then, sometimes in my villages or cities. It is called Pam's Harvest Craft by Matrix Vigil. It allows you to create a bunch of new foods in Minecraft instead of the regular old pork chop or chicken. So right here we have these bushes that usually pop up in all these different kind of biomes, and when you break them, well, if I was in survival, it would have popped out a bunch of different foods that you could go ahead and cook down into different other foods. Like we have this winter squash, we have a bunch of seeds and cabbage and cherries, and even these cherries and some other foods, they're allowed to go ahead and grow into trees as well. So you can go ahead and look out for those. It is really cool, a lot of fun, and you could spend, I mean, look at this, 5 pages of new foods. that is insane. You can spend a lot of time trying to make all of these new kinds of foods. If you've ever gotten really tired of your plain old furnace, well, then you're going to need the mod More Furnaces by Cube X2. It pretty much, well, my little furnace is gone a little bit insane. It's catching everything else on fire. But this mod goes ahead and adds in a bunch of different furnaces that have a little bit of a difference between them. So you have the iron furnace that allows you to smelt 2 things at once into these 2 slots, and then everything just gets bigger and better. So you can smelt 4 things with 4 different burners of coal in the gold one, and then diamond is of course going to be the best with smelting these many items and putting it all over in these slots over here. You have the obsidian, which is just a little better than the iron one. It is a little slower. And then you have the nether furnace, which does not need any kind of fuel at all. It just burns as long as you go ahead and put a flint and steel and click on it. It will start to smelt anything you want. But it is not that great. It actually takes a really long time, and it is just better to go ahead and make any of these than that one. I really do like making all sorts of different railroads and train stations in Minecraft. It is one of my favorite things to do besides making them between the villages. And I just had this mod, which is called Extra Rails by Shadowfax MC. It is actually one of the first mods I think I ever showcased in any of my episodes. I think it was my first episode I ever did. And it just allows you to have a couple more rails that you didn't have before. So you have these little arrows that just kind of point you in any kind of directional rails. They point you in anywhere you need to go. And my favorite rail of all time is the teleportation rail. So if I went ahead and went down, and these little wooden rails are part of mod 2, just a little different than the regular ones in Minecraft. So if I went ahead and pushed forward, I'd go ahead and hit that and teleport right across without needing any rails in between, which can become very useful, especially in survival, if you don't have that many materials to make all the minecarts and all the rails you need to complete your railroad system. I saved some of the biggest mods I used for last. This one is definitely one of my all-time favorites. It's called the Space Age mod by NanoRover59. It allows you to go ahead and create different spacecrafts, and it adds in a bunch of different items so that you can go ahead and go into space travel and create bases out in space, or go visit the moon or visit Mars in your spaceship. I have already done a mod showcase on this mod specifically, but they have updated the mod significantly since I've went ahead and gone over it. They've added in these new telescopes, which you can go ahead and put these space travel cards in. At night, you can choose between the moon or Mars and then hit record data. Once you've gone ahead and done that, you could go into your spacecraft, put it inside your little computer, and I forget what that was called, the rocket controller MK1. So if you go ahead and put that in there, you'd be able to go ahead and set off to the moon or Mars and travel and make bases on top of those planets. Really cool mod. I use it a lot in my survival playthroughs. The last 2 mods I want to go ahead and go over are Actually Additions by LPEC. This one allows you to go ahead and create some new really cool items and armor, and you can get some sacks to carry around a bunch of different items. You can get drills that can go and mine out 3x3 areas or 5x5 areas, even bigger than that and a little faster with Silk Touch automatically put into it. You have generators in this mod that'll go ahead and generate RF. So you can actually use RF in this mod. It's definitely a tech mod. You use crushers to crush down your ores into ore dust, which will double, so you can double your ore output. It is a really cool mod, but it also does very well with this other mod called RF Tools by MCJTY. This mod goes and adds in even elevators. It adds in these crystal things. Actually, I think, is this by Actually Editions? Yes, so these are from Actually Editions too. Another different part of that. But RF Tool, and what was that? Oh, it's my ore generator. These 2 tech mods are insane with the amount of stuff you can do with them. I don't even remember exactly what I was doing in this survivor world, and I think some of my stuff was actually broken. So that is unfortunate. But if you look over here, one of the coolest features of RF Tools, in my opinion, is the fact that you can create force fields. Yes, you heard that right. You can actually create force fields in the mod as long as you have enough power to supply it. So I can go ahead and turn that off, and now I can walk on through. And actually, I can walk on through even if I had that on. But if I had some mobs chasing me at night and I ran right into my base, they would actually try to come and get me, but they would be killed by my force field. A really cool feature of RF Tools. This is insane. What was I doing? This is all Actually Edition. really cool stuff. And even on the outside, I'll show you on the outside of this, I had some farms going, and I think this is also part of actually additions where you can have these automatic farmers. Nope. Well, oh, you have a coal generator. That's from RF Tools. So I generate RF into these actually additions farmers, which will go ahead and automatically farm stuff for you, so you don't have to worry about them anymore, and you can go ahead and collect them. And here you can collect all the seeds and the product of whatever you're planting. Alright guys, and that pretty much sums up all the mods I use in my own personal creative or survival worlds in Minecraft. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a comment below or a like, letting me know that you liked it, and let me know if you guys try out any of these mods for yourselves. And as always, please subscribe to my channel to get content like this every weekend. Thanks again guys, peace!